Right now, somewhere in the world, a talented footballer is training 6 days a week, watching hours of match analysis, running himself into the ground at practice, and still not improving. Not because he's lazy, not because he lacks ability, but because nobody ever told him the one thing that changes everything: he is playing in the wrong position. And the surprising part? There's a real chance that player is you. Before we go any further, a quick note. This video is for educational and motivational purposes only. Every player's journey is different, and what works for one person may not be the right path for another. Always seek guidance from qualified coaches and trainers who can assess your individual development in person. Now, let's talk about why so many footballers are wasting their potential without even knowing it. Think about the last time you watched your favorite player light up the pitch: Mbappe burning past 3 defenders, or De Bruyne threading a 60-yard pass like it was nothing. And in that moment, something clicked inside you. You thought, that's what I want to be. That's my position. And just like that, without a second thought, you started modeling your entire training around someone whose body, athleticism, and natural instincts are completely different from yours. It feels inspired. It feels right. But more often than not, it's the very thing holding you back. The truth is, football doesn't reward imitation. It rewards self-awareness. The players who rise fast, the ones who catch a scout's eye and never let go, are the ones who figured out early on exactly what they are built to do on a pitch, and then became absolutely relentless at doing it. So the first thing you need to do is stop looking outward and start looking inward. What does your body naturally do well? Are you explosive over short distances, the kind of player who wins races in bursts of 3 or 4 seconds? Or are you someone with a diesel engine, not the fastest, but you can run and run and run while everyone else is gasping? Are you a physical presence, someone who wins headers, holds off defenders, and makes attackers genuinely uncomfortable? Or is your biggest weapon something you can't even see? Your brain. The way you read a pass before it's played, the way you spot space 2 moves ahead. These are not small questions. These are the questions that define your career. Because here is what most players never realize. Every position in football demands a completely different human being. A winger needs to be dangerous in tight spaces, able to accelerate from nothing to full speed in 2 steps, comfortable receiving the ball with pressure right behind them. A central midfielder needs to be calm when the game is chaos around them, always scanning, always distributing, always making the simple pass look effortless. A striker needs to be ruthless, not skillful, not flashy, ruthless, inside the box, with the composure to finish when everything in the moment is screaming at them to rush. A center-back needs to read danger before it happens, win the battle in the air, communicate constantly, and never lose their head. A fullback in the modern game is almost a different sport entirely. They need attacking quality going forward and defensive discipline coming back. And they need the stamina to do both for 90 minutes. And a goalkeeper needs a very specific kind of bravery, the courage to command their penalty area, make decisions in milliseconds, and stay mentally sharp even when they haven't touched the ball in 20 minutes. Once you have an honest understanding of your natural strengths, the second step becomes clear. Train for your position, not for a highlight reel. This is where most young players lose months, sometimes years, of development. They train randomly. They practice step-overs when they play defensive midfield. They work on long-range shooting when their job is to press and win the ball. Your training has to match your role. If you are a winger, speed work, 1v1 drills, crossing under pressure, and finishing from wide angles should dominate your sessions. If you are a midfielder, first touch, passing under pressure, scanning habits, and stamina need to be the foundation of everything you do. If you are a striker, movement off the ball is more valuable than any skill move you'll ever learn. Train your runs, your timing, your composure in front of goal. If you are a defender, positioning and communication will do more for you than any amount of tackling practice. Smart defenders don't dive in. They make attackers uncomfortable. They force mistakes. They stay disciplined. Train your mind as much as your body. The third step is the one most players resist, and it's the most powerful of all. Commit. Pick your position. Own it. Stop drifting between roles every few weeks because a friend suggested something different, or because you had one bad game and thought maybe you should try somewhere else. That kind of constant switching is what keeps talented players stuck. Think about it this way. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't become Cristiano Ronaldo by trying a new position every month. He found where his gifts were most dangerous and then devoted everything, years, decades, to mastering every detail of that role. You don't become world-class by being average in 5 positions. You become world-class by being exceptional in one. So here's what I want you to do right now. Think honestly about your natural strengths, the things that come easily to you on a pitch without forcing them. Think about where those strengths would make the biggest impact in a team. Then make a decision, write it down, and commit to at least 6 months of focused, position-specific training. That is when real growth starts. That is when the game begins to slow down for you. And here's the part nobody talks about enough. The moment you stop being confused, the moment you stop second-guessing where you belong, something shifts. Training feels different. Matches feel different. You stop playing with hesitation and start playing with identity. That is when you stop being just another player on the pitch and start becoming the player your team cannot function without. That is the version of you that has been waiting to come out. And it starts with one honest decision about where you truly belong. Drop your position in the comments right now. Tell the Footy Aera community where you play and one strength you're committing to build. That one comment might inspire someone else who's been stuck for months. Share this video with a teammate you think is playing out of position. It might be the most useful thing you do for them all season. And if you want more content built to actually help you grow as a player, subscribe to Footy Aera and hit the bell so you never miss what's coming next. One final reminder before you go. This video is intended to inform and inspire, not to replace the advice of professional coaches, sports scientists, or qualified trainers. Every player develops differently, and personalized coaching will always be the most effective path forward. Stay consistent, stay hungry, and trust the process.